204, let's go. All right. Hi guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So happy to see you guys' smiling faces. Today's going to be a very special video. Today's topic is a very touchy subject, and I believe that should be taken very, very seriously. Today's topic is anxiety. In one particular anxiety disorder. Today I'm going to be talking about how I learned from experience and from a little bit of research on how I care for someone that has an anxiety disorder. Am I saying that correctly? Anxiety? Whatever. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be talking about all the anxiety disorders, just one in particular because it kind of concerns me. But I do have a list of them if you do want to hear them and if you want to look them up. So we have OCD. I'm sure many of you guys know it's when you kind of see something and you want to, make it super straight, and you can't control yourself to do it. You feel the urge to do it, otherwise it'll just drive you insane. So we have post-traumatic stress disorder, better known as PTSD. It's mainly known for veterans, cops, firemen that go through a very traumatic situation, and it kind of haunts them. You dream about it, you wake up in sweats, and it kind of just ruins your daily life. And then we have social anxiety disorder, which I believe I do have in big groups where I'm kind of speaking aloud, like the video that I just made actually last week, Wednesday, which stated that I get really anxious. I can't do things in big crowds. Heart starts racing, palms are sweating like profusely, and I can't, my voice starts to shudder. I can't do it. So in a way, I think I have like a small case of social anxiety disorder. Also, there's a panic disorder, which kind of it happens just randomly to the point where you're kind of just doing normal things. You just have a panic attack and you're just like your mind is everywhere, your heart's racing, having a panic attack. I'm sure you guys heard of that. And then the one that we're going to be talking about today is called generalized anxiety disorder. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, I'm going to leave some links below of a website. It's called HHS.Gov. I'll leave it in the description below. It actually comes from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. So they really go in depth of the definitions of them, how to treat them, symptoms. Also, I will leave a anxiety hotline. If you guys are having an anxiety attack of some sort and need help and there's no one around you, please go in my description down below. I will leave a hotline number. Please give that a call. If you know you have anxiety, please jot that number down, save it into your phone, quick dial or whatever, just so you can give them a call, get some comfort. Okay, so the link that I provided below from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services actually defined generalized anxiety disorder as chronic anxiety, exaggerated worry and tension, even when there's little to nothing to provoke it. So the main reason why I'm making this video is because two individuals, one that may remain anonymous, and my girlfriend, they actually do suffer from an anxiety disorder. The anonymous person, I'm not too sure which anxiety disorder she has, but my girlfriend does suffer from generalized anxiety disorder. So this is my way of doing a little more research, because I believe when you are caring for someone that has an anxiety disorder, I believe it's really smart, really helpful for the person with anxiety to do a little research and just to know what's going on in their brains, what to do to help them, what kind of questions to help them. The other reason why I wanted to make this video is because I believe anxiety disorders should be taken seriously. This is my way of helping and hopefully teaching someone how to care for someone with an anxiety disorder. So with that said, I'm going to try to put you in their situation with a few stories or with a few dreams. Let's get more into those. I like my palm tree. I'm sure if you're watching this video, so either one, you have an anxiety disorder yourself or you know someone that does. And I applaud you for watching this video, because if you do watch this video, this means you are taking anxiety seriously, which I believe that all should. Okay, so for the ones that don't really have anxiety and do know somebody that does, I would like to bring to light some things to make it kind of relatable so you understand what anxiety actually feels like. So I'm going to bring up a couple stories, actually a couple dreams that I think that many people have, and actually a really scary thing that happens to me that I believe is exactly like an anxiety attack. So let me know if these are relatable. Okay, so what I have listed here first. Have you had that dream where you're kind of running away from something, or you're running from someone? In order to get away, there's a little hole, and you start to crawl through. It's like a little cave. Like at the very end, a little glimpse of light, and you start crawling and crawling and crawling. But what's happening, in order to get away, cave gets tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, and the farther you go, it gets tighter and tighter until you get stuck there. And you can't scream for help because someone's chasing you. You can't even, noise isn't even coming out of your mouth. You're just stuck there. Have you had that dream before? It's sort of like that. You're kind of, fear comes over you, and it's just like you can't control anything around you. You can't move. You can't scream for help. You can't do anything. Another dream that my girlfriend actually brought up is if you were inside of a room with no doors, and the walls slowly start coming in, slowly and slowly, and you start to panic. There's no way out. You're banging on the doors. You're banging on the walls. You're screaming for help. No one's there. The walls keep closing in, closing in, and closing in. You're screaming. You're shouting. Your fear starts to overwhelm you. That's what anxiety is like. I'm sorry if this is causing a little anxiety for the people that do have anxiety. I'm just trying to bring light to that feeling of anxiety so other people can kind of relate to what people with anxiety actually have to deal with almost on a daily basis. Ooh, this is a really, really scary one. It's time for a story. What I'm talking about is sleep paralysis. If you guys don't understand what that is, it is a scary thing. It's probably one of the scariest things that I've ever had to deal with. I have had sleep paralysis multiple times, more than I like to admit. Probably the closest thing that I know of having an anxiety disorder. Your brain can actually kind of half be awake and half be asleep. So your mind will be awake, but your body will be asleep. And it's really scary because, especially at night, if your mind really gets to you, you can actually like kind of hallucinate like a shadow over you. I don't know why this happens. When it first happened to me, this was actually back in Fairfield, probably around middle school. So yeah, so this was my first incident of sleep paralysis. I just remember being asleep. I remember waking up, kind of just opening my eyes, and I literally like was able to move my eyes around kind of like halfway. I was kind of like this. What freaked me out is that I tried to like roll over because I felt like a tapping on my back. I tried to turn around and I couldn't. Automatically, like I felt these goosebumps all over my body, and I started like to freak out. I tried to move, I tried to scream, I couldn't do anything. All I could do was like move my eyes. Like my eyes, I remember my eyes being like wide open. I was like, ooh. I remember seeing this dark shadow. It had an outline of a human. So I just remember kind of it peeking over, and I remember looking, and it freaked me out. That was probably the first time I had like crazy anxiety, to the point where once I started moving, I started bawling. I was freaking out because just that overwhelming feeling of just helplessness, hopelessness, fear. But I think if you had any of those dreams or sleep paralysis, I think that's probably one of the closest things that I know of actually having an anxiety attack. I'm actually gonna go pick up my girlfriend. I'm actually gonna bring her into the video if she's still up for it. And we're gonna go pick her up right now. We're actually gonna have the first-hand insight of someone that has anxiety. Without further ado, let's go grab her. Actually, after after a little bit of a slow-mo. But yeah, let's get into it. Welcome back, guys. We're back in the room. I know I said I was gonna bring my girlfriend. She's not up to it just yet. Maybe in an upcoming video, maybe. But I was able to bring...
Hi, guys.
Stop! So what I did bring was the anonymous person that I wasn't too sure that if she was gonna make it in the video or even wanted me to state her name or who she was. But now she's here. So with her in the video, I'm actually going to list off some stuff that I got from Gila. That what she's gonna do, she's actually going to add more stuff on here. So I'm gonna list it off here, and she's going to list some extra stuff that she gets. Cause this stuff that I'm listing off is actually what happens to her. And this is Renz. He's going to periodically just poke his face in here and there. Okay, so she lists off that her hands get shaky and numb, and all over her body she gets that static feeling, or like, you know, like when you sleep on your foot and your foot gets all... Her chest starts to tighten and breathing becomes rapid, and she also gets cold and clammy.
Ew.
And oh yeah, so for you guys, you get you have generalized anxiety disorder. Do you have like situations where you like have panic anxiety attack?
That's only
Panic disorder?
Panic attack.
Panic attack, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sometimes it kind of like I don't usually get it. Like I get anxiety attacks, but I don't get like panic attacks. I only get like panic attacks if it's like built up stress and anxiety that I've been having, but like haven't let it out. My regular ones, I don't know, I get like super, like, I get anxious. I get super nervous, and I get a little sweaty. You know, like how you feel when you're nervous.
What goes on in your head?
It depends what happens, to be honest. Like, it depends on the situation. Like this happens a lot when I get my order wrong, and I have to go up and ask for them to redo my order. Like, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I feel so like, what if I come off rude? What if they like hate me? Or like, what if, I don't know, what if I mess up the order? Like, what if I actually ordered this and like it costs more and I have to go through all of this and it's gonna make their day like even more complicated, and then I'm gonna be like, ugh, sorry.
All that probably all happens in like 2 seconds. It sounds like you get generalized, which is just kind of just general, obviously. And then you have panic ones, right?
I don't know. It's only if it like, I haven't been able to talk about my anxiety for like, I want to say like probably like a week. I'll like break down and be like, like hysterically like crying. So
you're saying it's better if you let it go in increments instead of letting it build up and then just exploding?
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. We have a thing where like if I start feeling it, like I have to tell him like right
That's
away.
Good.
Like right when I feel it.
I was gonna say you need therapy. Have you tried meditation?
Yeah, I have this app. It's called Calm.
I'll leave that in the description.
So basically you just...
Okay, so you can start a meditation.
Anxiety.
Ooh, this
Like
is
I usually
sick.
use this. It's a breathing thing. Breathe in, hold. But I like the sound.
Just make sure you brush your teeth because people around you.
Yeah, you could do like change how many.
Oh, for how long?
Yeah, like if you want to do like breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold, or you could be like breathe in, breathe out, or like.
Which one works better for you?
I use this one. It'll
What
it'll.
is 4 per minute? Oh, it's like how slow. Okay,
Like
okay.
eight is longer.
So 8 breaths per minute. All right.
And then there's like this.
Okay.
It'll be like day 2, and then it'll be like a.
You have to beat
Welcome
this
to
level.
the 7 Days of Calming Anxiety, a program designed to ease anxious thoughts. Begin by taking a comfortable position. Hold your back nice and tall. Rest
Can you
your
change the
hands
voices like Siri?
effortlessly in your lap.
Oh, you can.
But I like the girl. It makes me. I don't know. I get scared about guys. I'm not kidding. Guys make me scared. Focus, stress, relationships,
Oh, wow.
kids.
Oh, well, it's just... Oh, you call them kids not because your kids are pissing you off.
Oh.
What Gil uses is that she uses this song, Weightless by Marconi.
I can't listen to
Marconi
that.
Union.
Like the sounds scare me. I get
sounds
I get
relaxing.
nervous. Like sometimes like with this sometimes I get scared closing my eyes. Well, I just get scared closing my eyes for a long time because like
You're scared of the dark?
no, I'm scared like what if somebody like creeps behind me and kills me? You know?
Your imagination is like strong and negative.
Very.
Very. Usually when there's like a really bad person, it's because a lot of bad things has happened to them. Like, and that's why they have like a negative outlook on life. What was your reasoning for your negative outlook on life?
I don't know. I always felt like I needed to like be accepted.
You come to a point in life where like no one should be able to affect the way you look out in life. No one should affect your feelings. Only you. I came to a point in life I was just like, you know what, I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna be happy for me, and everyone else can just worry about themselves because no one else is worried about me except for me. Do you know what ticks are? And it's not like the normal ticks. Ooh, tick, 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 tick. No, okay, so ticks are like, no, you can like, you know, like rubbing of the earlobe. It's like, a calming.
Yeah.
When she's having an episode, I like either rub my, like the back of my nails, like on her, her head or the back of her hand.
Oh, like you
Yeah.
rub, like you. Oh, okay. I was
Yeah, I'm like rubbing her scalp.
You're rubbing the back of your. That's what you said.
No, I'm kind of like scraping her head. You know that one
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
that's
yeah,
on
yeah.
the back of your head and it goes. That feeling, like I try to emulate that feeling on the back of her head.
I like back rubbing. Like instantly soothe. Like it's so soothing. I don't know, guys.
Have you tried like full body pressure, like physical pressure? Like if she's having like an episode on the bed, I usually try to like almost lay on and kind of just. Oh really?
Yeah, she likes
Not touching
Air.
at all.
like
I like air.
like
like
or
breathing.
if we do that, she'll get on top of my body and then she'll just like hold me like this, and then I think for her it's because like she'll feel like my presence everywhere. Yeah, and then I also have that like option to like rub her back, which is like
I'm just
extra
like
soothing
it's
and
like it's like the koala thing. Yeah,
It's
it helps.
Similar.
Yeah.
Similar, right?
I'm like I'm here.
One of the things that she put is like one thing that helps a lot is just being there. Like you don't have to say anything, you don't have to really do anything. Just like be there, just you know, kind of show your presence. Like, hey, I'm here. Don't just like be on your phone. Like, hey, I'm here.
I hate that.
Just be like, hey, I'm present. I'm talking to you. I'm looking at you. I'm here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, everything like full like attention.
Yeah, like everything. Like you see how I face towards her, like something like that. So it says here, having someone may help, but don't rely on them because it can happen anywhere. So do the research.
I hate hearing that when I'm anxious though.
It's like if you fall down, it's like someone saying, be careful. Like, that ain't helping, nigga. You just
Bitch,
told.
I already
Like,
fell, man.
I'm gonna be careful now. His shows on my leg.
God,
Type of stuff. Like, learn how to help herself, you know, with the tics. You know, like, find things that help you. Like, so when she gets, like, anxiety, she actually plays the song. She, you know, does the tics thing. She rubs her earlobe. Do your research. As boyfriends, what should we not do when you're having an anxiety attack? Don't say, are you okay?
Yeah, because, like, it's like...
Like, do I look
like,
okay?
honestly, like, if you just think about it, am I?
Like,
it's
you
like
just think for a second.
self-explanatory. If you, like, look at the situation, am I?
What are your thoughts on this? What if you were having an anxiety attack, right? Like, you were, like, while having one, and I said, what can I do to help you? Like, what do you need me to do? Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Sort of, right?
It's better than, like, I don't know what to do. What should I do? You know? As long as it sounds sincere, I think it'll be okay. As long as you're not, like, abrupt with your question. You're not, like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like,
what you want me to do?
Yeah, if it's like that, I'm like, I don't want you to do anything now. Get away from me. Like, yeah, like, I don't want to deal with that. You don't sound, like, aggressive.
Why are you breathing like that?
Yeah, like,
Stop breathing like that.
Yeah, or like, stop crying. I'm like, yeah, I can't. I can't, man.
Let me read off what Gila said. Don't ask, are you okay? First, no, I'm not. I'm obviously not okay. Second, I most likely can't answer you / talk and having to think what you should do while I'm thinking what I need to do to make me overthink and make matters worse. Just be there, don't panic, and stick around with me. Stick through it with me.
Panicking with me is like probably the worst thing ever. No, yeah, like actually like complimenting me like helps.
What I used to do, like I used to tell her, I'd bring something up, like think about our date like that we did recently, or think about like this good memory that we had, and then I'd tell her to like explain to me, like tell me the story.
Like tell me what happened that day.
Ah, so you kind of like provoke a positive like memory.
But that's when I'm sad. I guess not when I'm anxious.
So I have a theory. I may be wrong. Like, just let me know if I am or not. But I believe the strength in the mind. The mind is the mind. I heard stories of like the mind curing cancer. Like this lady had cancer, and she's like every single like second that she had to herself, she was like saying to herself like I don't have cancer, I don't have cancer. And all of a sudden the doctors checked her one day and she didn't have cancer. I think in a way your mind can just overpower anything. I may be wrong, but I think if you practice hard enough on your own time to overpower the mind,
I don't have anxiety.
Something like that. I think you can get to a point where you can trick your mind into just not having an illness or a disorder. I went through some type of mental, I thought I was crazy. Like if I told you the story, you would probably think I'm like straight up crazy. Like I started making up patterns in my mind and I couldn't even talk. Long story, but I turned I got to a point where like I was sick and tired of like me thinking that way, and like every second that I had, like even when I was like working, I would just go like on autoplane mode, and I'll just be like in my head like just constantly thinking like to myself like I'm gonna fix myself because I'm broken, I'm weird, I'm gonna do this. I was in the dirt dumps like mentally to a point where I thought I was like schizophrenic. But then I dug myself out of that hole using, just talking to myself, just like giving myself positive reinforcement, like, hey, good job, you can do that again tomorrow, just keep going. I think if you do that with anxiety, this is just my theory, I didn't read any research on this, with enough like time, effort, and mental power, I think you can, like anybody can overcome any type of mental illness. When you started to feel like anxiety coming, you would just be like, oh, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna start cleaning my room or something, right? I think that's one benefit of like getting a hobby. Like mine is like editing videos, thinking about like what videos to make. Yeah, I think you should look into it, because ever since because like I'm either filming, thinking about what I'm gonna film, or I'm editing my film. I think people with anxiety should pick up a hobby that you're actually really passionate about, because I love making I love everything about YouTube. I'm like constantly on it. Every break that I have at work, I'm not even on my phone, I'm editing videos. Seeking help is nothing to be ashamed of. If you feel the need to see a doctor for your anxiety, that is the greatest thing you can do for yourself. The number one person you need to let help you is yourself. And choosing to seek self-care, special care for it, is nothing to be ashamed of. So don't stop yourself from getting the help you need. You are not crazy, you are not alone. Please take care of yourself. Wise words of the wise girls.
Oh, I have this like thing that I said, kind of like your motto, like what you can't find in yourself, you won't find in anybody else. Can't find happiness in yourself, you won't find it in anybody else, or when you're with anybody else.
I know it was a long video. I thank you for the 2 people that's, watched this entire 28-minute video. My camera actually shut off. I wanted to actually film more, but if you guys do want to catch the full interview, it's probably like an hour something long with Maya. I'll actually leave a video on Friday, this upcoming Friday. I did try to grab, like the most important parts in this video. Again, anxiety is nothing to play around with. If you do have anxiety, or if you know somebody that does, please, they are sensitive to many things, and please seek help. I did leave plenty of information down in my description, so go ahead and check those out. And I left a bunch of numbers there. Log all of them into your phone if you need to. Again, thanks again for watching this entire video. I know it was long. We'll go back to shorter videos next week. I'll catch you then. Peace. I said Cam. She put Ken. Hi, my name is Cam. Oh, thank you, Ken. Am I saying anxiety weird? I'm saying it weird, aren't I? Motherfucker, why does it always scroll down? Why does it scroll down? Chill, bitch.
Hey guys, welcome to the
Video.
Being women hard. Being women hard to me.